The date has been set for U.S. President Joe Biden's visit to Canada. He will land in Ottawa 2 weeks from today. The CBC's Katie Simpson has more on what to expect from this highly anticipated trip. Katie, I know you're breaking up your vacation to do this for us, so take us through what we know.
Only for you, David Cochran, when I break up a little bit of vacation to do this. Okay, so it's taken quite some time to actually nail down the specifics on both sides to get both Canada and to agree what this tour program is going to look like. But big picture, Joe Biden is coming to Canada March 23rd, March 24th. He's going to have an overnight visit, which is longer typically than a U.S. president comes to Canada and stays for. Normally they're in and out same day. But he's coming, and we know that he is going to be addressing Parliament. There had been thought in the days and weeks leading up to this, there had been some hope that Joe Biden would do this and deliver an address to Parliament, and there is now confirmation, okay, this is going to happen. We know that they're going to be talking about some of sort of the big picture issues that when Joe Biden and Justin Trudeau get together and they have those one-on-one conversations, they're going to be talking about the war on Ukraine, Russia's war on Ukraine. They're going to be talking about trade in the economy, as well as in the environment and developing green jobs. A big thing that Canada is struggling with right now is trying to keep up with the United States when it comes to investment in green technology and trying to develop green sector jobs. Think electric vehicles. Those are some of the conversations that are going to be happening behind the scenes. One thing, one senior source with direct knowledge of the situation told me is that the Americans have made some request for Joe Biden and Justin Trudeau to have some one-on-one time during this visit. This is something that was made at the request of the Americans. I'm told by sources on both sides of the border, both leaders genuinely like each other. And so this visit is going to be a stark sort of contrast to what we saw the last time a U.S. leader visited Canada. That was Donald Trump. That was at the summit in Charlevoix, the G7 summit in Charlevoix, Quebec. David, you were there. We all remember that summit is famous because as it ended on a sour note, to put it politely. Donald Trump fired off a whole bunch of personal attacks on Justin Trudeau, sort of upending any sort of accomplishments, big picture accomplishments out of that summit. So this is going to be a very different vibe.
Yeah, I don't think the tension levels between Joe Biden and Justin Trudeau ever even approach even 1/10 of 1% of what happened when Donald Trump was at that G7. But, you know, obviously a friendly visit, but a significant visit politically for both leaders, especially at this time. How significant is it for them?
Well, I just think this is something that this could possibly lead to some good news headlines for the Trudeau government at a time when it is dealing with nothing but bad news. You are far more in tune with it than I am down here in the United States, going on with the allegations related to China interfering in Canadian elections and that nightmare of a story that is not ending right now for the Liberal government. So this is still a couple of weeks away, so there's still plenty of time for lots of focus and coverage and discussion around that. But this is something that the Liberal government is going to be looking forward to. From the perspective in the United States, the White House, Joe Biden's dealing with so many other bigger picture problems. This is something that is important they're going to be doing, but the Biden administration really sort of sees this from an American perspective. They've got other big things that they're dealing with, so it's not sort of the same sort of priority level that this is for something, say, for the Canadian government. Joe Biden is dealing with, you name the crisis, he's dealing with it. They've got the influx of migrants crossing into the U.S. at the southern border. They're also dealing with migration issues between Canada and the United States. That's something that's also a concern that will come up in those conversations. But Joe Biden is dealing with his budget. Joe Biden is trying to maintain support among the American public for the war in Ukraine, things like that. So the Biden administration is dealing with a lot of big picture headache issues as well. So is the Trudeau government. And so this will be coming at a time when perhaps both leaders need maybe sort of a sigh and a break, but don't expect any of the coverage or anything to really change in Ottawa. There might be a little bit of a break of it while Joe Biden's here, but that story that you guys are covering extensively, it isn't going anywhere.
Okay, Katie, thanks so much. That's the CBC's Katie Simpson live from her vacation. Thanks, Katie.
Thanks.